let's move on to what really matters, okay? Black Mermaid and how angry conservatives are over it, including everyone's favorite dickhead. So for those of you who don't know, I don't know how to say her name, Halle Bailey has been casted as and announced as Ariel in the upcoming live-action Little Mermaid movie, and people are absolutely livid about it. They are not being normal, but when are they normal, really? But they are extra insane about it, including Matt Walsh.
All right, Max Winter says, a black actor playing the Little Mermaid really is a case of white erasure. All forms of art, including fairy tales, are meant.
White erasure, because they made a movie where, Ariel is black now. Scientifically speaking, what science is this? Race science? What are we talking about?
Meant to be reflections of the author's experiences and observations. Hans Christian Andersen probably based The Little Mermaid based on experiences he went through in his home country of Denmark. So it makes sense that most of his characters would be white, since that's the world and the people he was surrounded by. Yeah, I'm given the way that we deal with these sorts of issues, I'm sympathetic to that. Now, I would be fine, like we talked about yesterday. We don't have to rehash the entire thing, but...
Bitch, I don't see you complaining that Ariel's not speaking in Danish. What the fuck? There's a Jamaican, the patois speaking crab in there. What's up with that? That motherfucker ain't Danish either. What's up? You fine with the crab being Jamaican? But you're like, hey, Ariel black? Nope, not happening. Unacceptable. Why is nobody speaking Danish, man? Also, yeah, there's a talking crab and a mermaid. Obviously, just the entire principle is up from top to bottom. You know what I mean? Like, what are we doing? You're bent out of shape over a fucking mermaid, man. You said mermaid rights.
If we all agreed that race in films and TV shows, especially fictional stories, don't matter, and we're going to take a kind of colorblind casting approach, it doesn't matter as long as the actor is good. If we could all agree on that, then I'd be on board. And as I said,
I'm pretty sure everyone agrees on that. Like, literally no one is like, no. The underlying assumption there is only white actors and actresses are good. That's why he's saying that. Like, that is literally what happened in this circumstance. You know what I mean? Except you're just pissed. Drama was already happening in 2019. Yeah, Disney Cable Channel defense casting black actors as new Little Mermaid. And people lost their shit back in 2019 as well. You want to know why it's still happening? Because motherfuckers are racist, okay? I'm sorry. Why? Why do I have to do this song and dance all the time when it's just true? Okay, if you do this, for example, if you do this, like, this is the level of racism, dude. Credits to our memer, artificial intelligence scientist, 10 gazillion IQ. He fixed the Little Mermaid and turned the woke actor. Woke, by the way, classic substitute for black. It's so funny. Like, they're just openly saying it. Oh, it's political. It became political. Why? Because there's a black person. Woke actor. Why is she woke? What if she's problematic, bro? You don't know that. Anyway, woke actor into a ginger white girl. He says he can fix the movie when it comes out with 4X A6000 in 24 hours. It's over for woke cells. Note for Twitter, this is purely for educational purposes. Please do not misinterpret this in a racist way. I love that. Why did you do this? If it's not, you said fix, bro. You used the word fix. You said you're fixing the whole movie like it was broken. Oh, man. I'm just amazed by a high IQ friend who works with artificial intelligence and the stuff he can make and wanted to show people his field of study. What is he studying? His field of study is white supremacy? Like, what the fuck? Listen, we're not racist. We're just turning the black main character into a white character. Are you good with white Black Panther then? Dude, you understand how desperate you are, right? In this situation. Like, you don't come across as like, a 7 gorillion IQ 5D chess player when you say this. Black people get like one fucking movie and you're like, no, that needs to be white too. Okay, go ahead. Make white Black Panther, dude. Yeah, go ahead. No one's going to watch your dog shit ass movie. It's just like, it's fucking nuts. I know. I just wanted to see what you say. Man, shut the fuck up. You just think that like you're trapping me in some logical, in a logical attack. I just did a logic bomb on you. There is a difference between casting a black actor in a traditionally white role versus casting a white actor in a traditionally black role, because they used to do the fucking casting of white people in traditionally black roles all the time. It's literally called blackface. And obviously, okay, now when people do it, it's usually at the intersection of like low effort content. So it's like hard to defend on its own metrics of success. You know what I mean? Half the time they just do it because they're like, oh, this will get a lot of people outraged. And then people will go and watch it because our other people are outraged or whatever. It oftentimes doesn't stand on its own merits. Yes. Blackness is essential to the character of Black Panther. In no way is whiteness essential to the character of Little Mermaid. Exactly. Like nothing changes in the Little Mermaid when you have the Little Mermaid be black. It's not white Little Mermaid. You know what I mean? It's just Little Mermaid, man. It's a made up character. Same with fucking elves and shit. Part of the experience of Black Panther is you know, the history of black people. Wasn't the Little Mermaid originally an allegory for the author's homosexuality in the first place? Yeah, I mean that too, but let's not even get into that part. Just make the crap Tom Hiddleston and we balance it out for the racists, I guess. You want to pull a Joe Biden vice presidency pick on the Barack Obama flick, dude? Is that what you're saying? Give him something. Give the racists something. You know what I mean? They'll be like, all right, at least the VP is like a racist guy. That's from the book based on the myth. The original was a Greek tale, I believe. I mean, the OG mermaids come from, I thought, Homer's Odyssey, right? Maybe I'm wrong, but like it's the sirens. They're the fucking manatees that horny, as I talked about earlier this morning. It's the manatees that horny sailors mistook for fucking women. Did I say Umar? Okay. Homer. Mermaids and sirens are different. Sorry, mermaids, not sirens, would captivate people, right? And then sailors who were horny as fuck and mistook manatees for mermaids and then would like sail the ship directly into the rocks and die. Right? Was it sirens that did that? I thought it was the fucking manatees. That's harpies, no? Wasn't it manatees? Anyway, it doesn't matter. It's fucking made up.
I'm so sick of woke culture. Now they done turned Little Mermaid black. What the hell you gain out of making Little Mermaid black?
I think she's brown. Oh, shit. Is it? I wish I could. She's a black girl.
I hate this. I hate seeing little black children happy. It makes me angry. Every time I see a little black girl happy, I'm thinking about a little white girl not happy. Except, guess what? They don't give a fuck either, because they're little kids.
She's black! She's black! Yes! She's black! Mama, she's black! What? She's like me.
If you watch that video and you still don't get it, then you're a white supremacist piece of shit.
This guy was, you know, he definitely subverted my expectations, okay? The juxtaposition of this dude popping off like that, holy fuck. There's no fucking way people are this upset about this movie. You can always tell who's white under here because how could you possibly argue that this isn't weird, Lamau? I don't fucking know, man. I don't know what to say about this story other than the fact that, like, you know, mermaids aren't real, okay? Calm the fuck down.
Is the double standard thing where we say, well, the casting... the race in casting matters only for certain races and not for others. No, we're not.
I wonder if, like, I don't know, centuries of slavery and the cultural implications of, like, justifying that white supremacist attitude have anything to do with, like, minor corrective behaviors have to do with that. That's why it's not a one-to-one comparison. That's why there is no N-word equivalent for white people, okay? There are things in our culture. You know, I'm sorry, white people, but there are things in our culture that, you know, only pertain to black people. And you know who created that shit? I mean, white people did, okay? And now they're mad. Unless you're Twitch, of course. Twitch does think that there is a word for white people that is ban-worthy. Of course, I cannot say that word. Twitch literally was like, that's not your word. That ain't your word, boy. Hasan coming in here saying the white N-word. Hasan, not with that name you don't. Holy fuck. Anyway, there's like a million gorillion fucking examples for the record. There is a million gorillion examples of like white people playing non-white roles all the fucking time. But you motherfuckers ain't popping off on that shit. I wonder why you don't give a fuck. Here, I want to show you
Wait,
this.
you're right.
This is a long ass fucking TikTok video. I mean, the video keeps going too, but this is just enough, I think, to drive the point home.
I mean, just imagine. Imagine if they cast Angelina Jolie as Afro-Latina woman Marian Pearl. Or if they got the white actor Ben Affleck to play the Mexican-American man Antonio J. Mendez. Or if they got the white actress Elizabeth Taylor to play the Egyptian Cleopatra. Or even if they got white actor Johnny Depp to play a Native American man. Or white actor John Wayne playing the Mongolian Genghis Khan? Or white actor Christian Bale playing the Egyptian Hebrew Moses? Or white actress Scarlett Johansson playing Major Motoko Kusanagi in Ghost in the Shell? Or even imagine, if you will, white actor Jake Gyllenhaal playing the Prince of Persia. Or even Jaime Lannister cast as the Egyptian god Horus.
A lot of these are literally real life black characters or brown characters, okay? That's the main difference. I have a lot of disdain for Disney adults. I'm going to really enjoy this moment. Little Mermaid is not real. I'm sorry to report that Little Mermaid is not a real person. Little Mermaid being white or black plays no difference in the character development of Little Mermaid. Atlantis, also not real. Talking crab, literally not real. That's fake. That's not real, man. It wasn't even live action. It was drawn. The point is that conservatives don't care about any of this but lose their shit at Black Little Mermaid, which demonstrates none of their arguments around the science or history of mermaids, lol, are in any way serious. Yeah. Or if you want nerd shit examples, yeah, I mean, we did see this already. Tibetan, white, Romani, white, African American. So, you know, this conversation only works if you're just a racist person. Straight up. And Matt Walsh is.
Not doing that.
But why change it to a black girl is their question. And to make black girls happy is the answer. Or for politics, to divide and continue racism. What the fuck do you mean? I'm a normal person. I'm white. I see Black Little Mermaid. I don't immediately go, wow, that's fucking dividing our country. You want to know why? Because I'm a normal human and I wish that upon you, okay? Be fucking normal. That's just a self-report. Like, I personally don't give a shit. I don't think representative politics or diversity and representation is the end all be all in the way that like liberals try to present it as, right? They say, oh, we made progress. We made Little Mermaid black or whatever. Or, you know, we took Aunt Jemima off the bottle or some shit. That's not like that's not genuine progress for the millions of black people that are born into underserved communities that have been deliberately kept down by our white supremacist systems, right? But if you're losing your fucking mind, if you're absolutely losing your mind over Little Mermaid, a fictional character now being black in one live action form, I don't know what to tell you. You're not a serious person. You have horrible brain disease.
Can we also just mention that just from a scientific perspective, okay, it doesn't make a lot of sense to have someone with darker skin who lives deep in the ocean. I mean, if anything, not only should the Little Mermaid be pale, she should actually be translucent.
Okay, so translucent isn't white either, motherfucker. What do you mean? There is no scientific explanation for talking crabs, man. What the fuck are you saying, brother? What scientific explanation is there for fucking talking crabs?
That's what the Little Mermaid should look like. She should be totally pale and skeletal, where you can see her skull through her face. And that would actually be a version of Little Mermaid that I would watch.
He said scientific explanation for a half woman, half fish, dude. That's crazy. He doesn't want her to be white, just not black. Yeah, just not black, dude, please. There was another one. Hold up. There was another one. Candace Owens had one. Have you guys seen that one? Candace Owens had a fucking take, too. She popped off big time. There is the positive usage of diversity, right? In the form of like diversity and representation that is used to, show little girls that someone that looks like them is also in a Disney movie as the main character or whatever. Well, there's also the negative diversity and representation, which is Candace Owens.
What do you think of the new Little Mermaid movie? I actually was just informed about this. It makes me...
Man, I just heard about it and I'm so mad.
As you know, nothing can be as it was. It all must be undone and turned backwards and upside down because the progressives just hate everything about society. So we all watched Little Mermaid. And if you're like me, you probably thought, well, yay, finally the redheads get something, right? You know, they're the true minority that nobody talks about. The redheads. So we had Ariel, who had beautiful long red hair, and it was actually...
But she has red hair too. Wait, Black Ariel also has red hair.
Nothing can be left as it is, and they are now producing a mermaid movie in which Ariel is black. Now, are there black people with red hair? Sure, yes. It's not common for black people to have
It's not common for white people either. You literally just said they're an underrepresented minority, which is not even true. They are represented pretty adequately in media, I would say. People love redheads. I'm going to be honest. You want to know what's actually the most uncommon? Not black people with red hair. What's the most uncommon is a half person, half fish figure. As a matter of fact, it's so uncommon. It does not exist in the real world. That's really uncommon, Candace. It's crazy, man. It's fucking nuts. Doesn't even exist in the real world. Think about it.
Everything must be black. That's the answer. Everything must be black. If it's not black, they can't produce it.
Yeah, famously, no like majority white casted movies exist anymore. I don't know if Candace Owens knows this, but like she's black, and black people do exist in society. So having that reflected in the culture and the art that we consume is probably not that crazy. I don't know. Now, of course, like I said already, I made this joke earlier, but this is additionally strange coming from Black Tommy Lauren. There is like a million white, blonde, bimbified ladies out there that are repeating the same racist talking points. So conservatives are like, we need, a black woman to say the same shit so that she could constantly and consistently shield herself from the accusations of racism. We needed a black person to say the white supremacist stuff. So without that kind of diversity and representation, Candace would not have a job. She'd probably still be, making anti-Trump websites or whatever the fuck she was doing before she realized that the pro-Trump grift is actually significantly better for her.
It's a mockery. And I, by the way, think that beyond that, the worst thing is being the actress in this. I am the only person, I can't be the only person, but I have to imagine that more Black Americans have to be upset with this pandering.
Bro, why the fuck? I mean, there is pandering that is like very obvious and fucking annoying. But why would people get mad at this? Like, why? Who cares? It's a fucking mermaid. No, there is pandering when like Walmart, which is funding, a new tank for the fucking local police force, turns around and goes, oh, Black Lives Matter. We love black people. Come on. Like, that's pandering, right? But like when Disney's like, yeah, we're going to make Little Mermaid black. Like, that's not pandering. This is a casting decision that they made. Corporations always pander for money, but at least this is making little black girls happy. I just like, there's varying degrees of pandering within representation that is adequate, appropriate, conceivable, versus over the top and ridiculous. And Little Mermaid, who's now black, is not anywhere near the pander line that is like ridiculous. Matt Walsh's take was we should have a white Black Panther. First of all, I already said it. Go ahead, make the racist ass white Black Panther movie, man. Do it. Yeah, there already is one, okay? It's called Birth of a Nation, and it was quite impactful. They did that already. It was watched in the White House. I don't know if you know that. It'd also be pretty funny if they did that. Oh, this is the funny reaction that I wanted to watch. This is hilarious. I love this blind reaction video. This is the funniest one I've seen out of all the reactions I've seen to the Little Mermaid shit. She's so funny.
Was it just me, or was that with Whitney Houston?
Oh, bro, when the voice reveal comes, you're like, what the fuck? I did not expect that, dude. Also, that's the normal reaction from a little white girl. You know what I mean? They're not like crying. They're not fucking losing their minds because they haven't had like the racism baked into their fucking brains by their Matt Walsh watching parents. Kids don't give a shit unless their shit-stained parents make it so. Exactly. As a little brown kid, seeing none of me in the media was really hard, and it made it to a point where I wanted to be white, but this little thing makes so many little black and brown girls feel so seen. It's so important. I love seeing the little girls seem so happy. It makes me happy. I don't know what else to say about this issue other than the fact that, yeah, if you're mad, you're fucking insane. You should definitely not be. You should try to fix that. There's something wrong with your brain. If you get mad at this kind of thing, there's actually something wrong with your brain, and you should work on desperately and quickly, swiftly fixing that. We had this conversation last week about black elves and shit. You know what I mean? People are like, wow, George R.R. Tolkien or J.R. Tolkien. Fuck, George R.R. Martin. I keep fucking this up. Tolkien implied that like elves were white. Okay, like who cares? I don't give a fuck. It's fake, man. Not basically the same. Tolkien is entirely different. Great world building, great lore building, but obviously George R.R. Martin's work, Game of Thrones, is entirely different, especially as it pertains to how complex and how morally gray his characters are, and also how much his characters die too. Game of Thrones is unique as a work of art in comparison to Lord of the Rings, because Lord of the Rings is like clearly a war between good and evil, whereas Game of Thrones is not. Also incest. There's like hella incest, dude. So much incest in Game of Thrones. I'm gonna be honest, there's not a lot in Lord of the Rings.